Today on Uncommonly Good MTG, it's rampy, it's controlly, and it's big time stompy. If that sounds interesting to you, then stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I'm your host. Tune in next Thursday to watch me take the title in this year's Dance Dance Revolution Championships. Dr. Yukon Sucket. Yes, thank you. Film before a live studio audience. Thank you so much. Yukon Sucket. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck I found over on magic.gg on the Platinum Mythic list. It is not named, but after playing it a couple times, I decided to name it Ramp Smuggler. I was going to call it Grape Smuggler, but I didn't feel it was purple enough, and green grapes doesn't really work out quite enough for that. And this isn't quite green; it's Lesnia. So it's Ramp Smuggler. That's what we're doing, smuggling ramps. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the cards in this deck. We're going to talk a little bit about how this deck should work. And we're going to go out and we're going to crush some hopes and dreams. All right, what do we got? We got Smuggler Surprise. Look, there's that word Smuggler. It's got Spree in it. So you can mill 4 cards, put 2 creature and or land cards from amongst those milled into your hand. Relatively cheap. For relatively expensive, you can put 2 creature cards from your hand into the battlefield, which means if you paid, 3, 7, 8 mana, you could go grab 2 creatures right out of the top of your hand and then at your top of your deck and put them directly into the battlefield. With 8, you can why not do that? And then you got for 2, creatures you control with power 4 or greater gain hexproof and indestructible until the end of turn. That's what I use this for primarily, is that last ability, because all creatures you control that are 4 or greater, which is practically everything you got, has hexproof and indestructible to the end of turn. Fantastic. We'll talk about why that's important later. All right. Bramble Familiar. It's a mana raccoon, but for 7, you can mill 7 cards and put a creature enchantment or land from amongst those directly into the battlefield. So there's lots of great things you can do with that. Glimpse the Core. Pretty much, there's no deserts in here. I don't believe so. Oh, we got Restless Prairie. No, that's not one. Nope, no deserts. All right, so all you can do is you go get a forest, put it right into the battlefield, tapped, and shuffle. Great. It's just part of your ramp, right? Temporary Lockdown. Anything with mana value 2 or less, gone. We really don't have anything like that. What do we have? We got Bramble Familiar. That's it. Everybody else can suck it because all those swarms out there, suck it. But our guys will just dance right around it like it's nothing. Here's this guy, Outcaster. He's a 4/2, so it means he's got power 4, which means it affects it. Every guy we have has got power at least 4, which means that this is going to help out every guy we got. You can plot him, pay him for 0, which means he can come out later on. You get additional mana when he comes into play. You play it right, it works out well. You got to play it right. Okay. Topiary Stomper comes out, puts a land into play. Once you got 7 lands, then Topiary Stomper is free to move around the cabin. Depopulate just wipes the board. Elesh Norn prevents ETB effects or from your opponents, or doubles the one from you. Is it just creatures you control? Nope. Permanents you control. Yep. Your ETBs double. Your opponents don't happen at all. Suck it, opponents. Spinewoods Armadillo can reach and ward for 6. You get a 7/7. Great. If you need to go for mana, you can use it to go get mana, and you gain 3 life. So good. Vaultborn Tyrant, super awesome value machine. Trample 6/6 when he comes into play, or another creature with power of 4 or greater, which is every creature you got pretty much. You gain 3 life and you draw a card. So he's just a value engine. If he dies, guess what? He comes back as a token. It's exactly the same, which also causes you to gain 3 life and draw a card. So between this, all his value, and all your other creatures, you gain a lot of life, to make a lot of love, and draw a card. All right, so that's it. What are we going to do with all this stuff? We're going to ramp. We're going to control the board. And when we feel like it, we'll go in and smoke things out. We can get some guys out. We can even depopulate. And if we got 2 extra mana, we can Smuggler Surprise to keep all of our dudes alive and live beyond the board. So between Depopulate and Smuggler Surprise and Temporary Lockdown, our guys can live while everybody else's stuff sucks it. All right, we do have some manlands. Restless Prairie. And we got Blast Zone. I'm not a big fan of Blast Zone because I'm not one for saving money. And plus, it's like exactly what you do. So I'm not a big fan of Blast Zone. But it's in here. If you happen to like Zap Blast Zone, good for you. All right, so anyways, that's the deck. That's what we're going to do. We're going to ramp, we're going to control, and then we're going to stomp. All right, before we go out and do our damage, let's do as we do every night. Let's say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Hands together. Dear Black King Toxrel, who dwells within the dark chambers of my heart, please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven before us, and to hear the lamentation of the women. All right, playing against Sunwalker. Keep. Turn off the tree before it gets a chance to become a whiny. I thought I was really going to like those ints, but no, they were a big, giant, whiny yatch. Always going all the time. No, I don't need that. Stop! So we got 5, 6. Glimpse of Corby will put out the 7th. We can get out the Tyrant right afterwards. Yeah, the trick is don't ever play those. And there's our last basic land, but enough to get that guy going. Let's pound him in. And it's totally cool because regardless of what happens, he's going to be able to defend. We don't need enchantments up here, do we? No. We go after his lands. I'm not concerned with that. Now, you're an artificer, not an artifact, unfortunately. Reach, ward. Let's just go full bore. Vaultborn Tyrant. Anybody wants to block with is going to die. You're just going to chump it. Good for you. Chump! Chump! A chewy chump. Cubert, I haven't fed you in such a long time. Enjoy that inner job, please. Alright, so we have to give our guys hexproof and indestructible. That'll be fun. That's an instant. Alright, let's just go. You want to block away? Feel free to do so. You're just going to chump me though, aren't you? Alright, he's down to 9. We'll go ahead and put out Big Boy here. Alright, cool. We'll keep those 2 available for the surprise. for the surprise. He's just rolling the dice, hoping for the best. You pulled the same dude twice, huh? Alright, so we still got Slugger Surprise ready to go. Eventually I'll have to just kill that thing that started the turn. Yeah, you don't want to give her up, huh? Well, she is the only thing putting out babies every turn. And here we go. All right, we'll go for this guy. Okay, good. I don't think I have anything else to pull. And this guy... Nah, let's just get him out there. Ooh, drawing a card. Let's see. Was he 3 and 3? That's not going to do me any good, so we're cool. We'll just let it go. Alright, we got a lot of beef. We're beef supreme. I understand you might want to chew on some of those fine delectables you got up there. Again, artifact. Nope. He's a spirit. All right, who can we wipe out here? 2, 2, 3. I can wipe out a bunch of guys. What about my guys? How are they doing? They're all immune. Temporary lockdown. Good times. Easy credit. Rip off. Good times. All right, there's a bunch of guys. You can kill one if you want. And we win! No math. I didn't even know what was going to happen there. Victory! All right, we were playing against shozin. Let's turn off the dragon. They are annoying. Yeah, we'll go for that because that's what one does. All right, number 3, let's put out our Outcast. Maybe I should have plotted that guy. Really, I'm just giving them a target to shoot. I'm surprised he doesn't have creature kill right now. Alright, so 4 will get me into 5. Topiary Stomper. Might as well waste our time doing it that way. Yeah, we're cool. Alright, we ended up getting everything we needed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't attack with the Stomper. I can definitely get Elesh out. Miss Norn if you're nasty. Come on, I already put out a land, right? What do you think I can do? Yeah, 2 to take it out. I don't know where you think I'm getting another mana from. All right, where are we at here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, we got these 2 guys over here. Where is that guy? 2. I can lock him down. All my guys are much bigger than that. Nothing for you, hippie. I don't know. Let's see if this works. All right, you get a land. Have a good time. Just swinging in with everybody we got. They're all 4. Doesn't matter. All right, we have the ability to keep them alive. We just got to keep our mana open for that. We probably win on next turn with the temporary lockdown. Maybe he's looking for a creature kill of some sort. I don't know. Playing red, black, and blue. You could destroy everything out there, I suspect. I don't have the mana to keep it alive. I'm hoping you got nothing. Still looking. Just more searching. No, you got what, three mana now? That's not enough to do anything. There we go. There we go. Put it down. Victory! All right, we're playing against Petazine. Okay, fine. Glimpse Core will get us what we need. Beyond what we already have. Keep. Turn off the mole man. Oh, man, this is coming in on us hard. We'll get ourselves a forest. All right, we're ramping, everybody. I don't like his black. All right, 5. We got 6, which is going to get us into Armadillo on the next turn. And we got board wipes. He's certain to have some creature kill up there. All right, let's see what he does. What we got? Ward 3. That's not bad. I have to discard a card, huh? All right, let's just go in. You can pick it. All right, there we go. We got ourselves... Ooh, we got some great stuff going on there. This guy can be wiped. That guy's not going anywhere. What is his problem? Like your intestine, this guy is dark and stinky. All right, we can keep our guys alive. That's perfectly fine. Let's pop in. Smuggler's Surprise is going to keep everybody quite surprised. He's showing 12. I got 15. There we go. Should we do a lot more? Sure, let's do that. 4. Go for it. All right. Got a nice jab in his face. All right, we can keep them alive with the Smuggler's Surprise. He's not going to like that. So let's keep our options open. Once again, this guy's never going to learn. All right, I might have to wipe the board here. Let's just go and do this. All right, my guys are still alive. Let's do a little board wiperoo. All right, there we go. Looking good. He's got a bad guy up there. That's not great for us. I don't have any more ability to keep things alive, so we're going to lose a dude. What are we looking at? Anybody 2? Nope, he's got to roll 7s. Like suckers. That guy's a 2. Alright. That could be fun. That's rolling the dice, though. What are we looking at here, anyway? Let's just pick Dinosaur. All right, number 1. Let's go ahead and lock down. Get rid of that undead, all those other great things there. Pop this thing up. Make him choose. There we go. You got to go and block that guy with the Death Touch, obviously. Obvs. I'm manned out, man. You're down to 8. And we win in your face. Suck it, Petazine. All right, we're playing against Javik 90. Javik. All right, we got 2 Smuggler surprises. Guys, Orzhov and me. We'll plot. That'll give us that additional mana we might be looking for at some point. All right, so I could have 5 mana now if I wanted it. I don't think that's going to work for me too much, so we're just going to have to let things go. Should we Smuggler surprise our way into something? All right, so what do we got there? We got 1 more land. I can lock a lot of things down. All right, land up. Single mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next turn I could get out Vibrant, the Vaultborn Tyrant. He's really hoping for some planeswalkers there, huh? All right, baby cakes, there you go. Let's green up. Let's go for the Tyrant. And draw our mystery card. Lock down on those guys in a bit. We'll just have to chew up Ashiok here in a bit. All right, you got a bunch of mana. Come on, run out. Yeah, I don't care. Your still mana value is less than 2. Or 2 or less, let's put it that way. Alright, put one down. Temporary lockdown. Gone. Okay, I want to keep at least 2 open. 1, 2. There's no reason to do that. Alright, we are done then. Alright, he's still trying to get more Ashiok out, apparently. And he got Liliana this time. He's gonna make me sacrifice it. Smuggler's Surprise isn't gonna do a lot for that. But unfortunately for him, the Tyrant comes back. I think maybe we should, yeah, maybe. Mill. I got lots of cards in my hand. Alright, we're smoked up. Let's just go in. Kill another Planeswalker. Like a sucker. We'll just go grab some more mana, because, like, why not at this point? And I just need 2 left over. That will be enough. Well, I almost picked the wrong thing. That was ridiculous. Alright, there we go. Guess who's hexproof now? Guess who can't be touched by Vraska's enduring stare? Guess who's got a temporary lockdown? And the devil. Come on. And again. I'd be pissed if I were you. Alright, we got down Vraska to 2. Let's go ahead and put out a nice Stomper. I don't think we have any more mana, do we? We got white. Alright, that's cool. Another temporary lockdown. How fantastic. Alright, cool. That is going to be bad. Because he's going to force, what, the sacrifice of everything? Yeah. Do I have plenty of mana otherwise? I don't know. Let's try this out. One, and I guess we're going to take something stupid. We got to open that up. All right, what are we left with here? Do we got enough to another Vaultborn? I hope so. There we are. I have another temporary lockdown, man. All right, I think I got it right here. Whoop, whoop. And we win. And we win. Trixie style. All right, here we are with the deck that I'm referring to as Ramp Smuggler. Why? Because it's rampy and because it's got Smuggler in it. What is that card again? Smuggler's Surprise. Yeah, that was a great card. That was a great card. There was a lot of great things that came out of that. It worked out fantastic. So I got to say, I was really impressed with this deck. I had a really good time with it. It was fun, 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 fun. All right, let's talk about it. Who was my MVP? You know, I already said it. It was Smuggler's Surprise. I mean, there's a lot of great cards in here, but Smuggler's Surprise was the one that really, I think, allowed me to play Trixie, and that's what I liked about it. And the fact that I loved Spree on it because I ended up getting a bunch of mana. This thing ramped up a bunch. So the fact that I could easily play two of these things, I couldn't do the two creatures from my hand to the battlefield. I mean, I could have potentially, but I would have to have, what is that, 6 mana to pop down a couple of dudes. I just never got around to that. I'd rather just pay for, if I had 6 mana, I'd pay for these guys and then just use Smuggler's Surprise to keep them alive. That's what I loved, was keeping these dudes alive. I like the fact that I could wipe the board and keep them alive. I like the fact that the temporary lockdown took out pretty much everything else except for my guys because my guys were above 2. I mean, that's the thing. I had nothing going on early. I mean, Bramble Familiar maybe. So if I had gone up against aggro at all, I'd probably be SOL. But that never really happened. And like I say, against the people I played with, it was fantastic. So yeah, Smuggler's Surprise. You end up being my MVP. Congratulations, big wooden horse house. You're going to Disneyland. All right, was this deck competitive? I ended up with a 64% win rate. That's essentially 2 out of every 3 games I ended up winning. So yeah, it was well within competitive range. I did pick this up off of the Platinum Mythic list, so it was supposedly a competitive deck. I believe it. It was definitely seemed that way to me. So yeah, this is a competitive deck, absolutely. Number 2, was this deck fun? I've already said it. I've said it like 4 times. Fun, 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 fun. Yeah, this was a fun deck. You know, a lot of times when you're doing ramp, I'm not a big fan of that because it just feels like I'm just ramping at the beginning. Still, this deck didn't do so bad. Maybe I was more just interested in what was going on. The fact that temporary lockdown could come out at 3 to kind of keep the low end stuff out of my way. Yeah, altogether, it was pretty decent. I didn't feel like I was out of control. And I liked the fact that we kind of like glimpsed the core, slipped those lands right into the battlefield. So I was literally ramping. I wasn't just guaranteeing a land drop every turn. Topiary Stomper does the same kind of stuff. Getting to 7 with the deck, not that hard. It actually worked out pretty well with things we had. This deck's not loaded with a bunch of lands or land ramp that you would think. Yeah, it worked out well between the Armadillo, the Stomper, and the Glimpse the Core. seemed to be perfectly fine. Plus, we had a couple other mana injectors, which would have been Bramble Familiar and Outcaster Trailblazer. Yeah. The other thing on the fun category, Vaultborn Tyrant. That guy is pretty excellent. He costs, 7? So therefore, he's up there at Titan of Industry level kind of things. But he comes out, I wish he had haste, but he doesn't. He's just got trample and 6/6. But when he comes into play, you gain 3 life and draw a card. And if he dies, then he comes back as he is and does the whole thing again, drawing you a card and giving you 3 life. So, I mean, he's just really, really good. Yeah, and when another creature comes into the battlefield power 4 or greater, you get it for 3 life and draw a card again. Yeah, Vaultborn Tyrant is fantastic as far as the value he provides. So the fact that he gets killed and he comes back again as essentially himself is so good. Unlike some of the other things we saw, what was it the rhino guy that got killed and comes back as another rhino, but slightly different. Still, he was great. Man, we should still be playing with him. We should do Capenna, but still, he was a good card as far as value is concerned. He's a lot like Vaultborn Tyrant. I don't think he was expensive. Maybe the two of them need to be in a good value deck together. All right, let's see. Was this deck interesting? I think so. I think it was big time interesting. Why? Because I haven't seen anything like it before. I mean, it was ramp, but it was Selesnya ramp. We weren't playing any stupid enchantments or anything. We had Elesh Norn in here. I thought, what is Elesh Norn really going to do? Well, we'd get back 2 of Vaultborn Tyrants, I believe. We would get, do we get 2 lands? I don't think so, but we would get 2 lands from Topiary Stomper. We get 2 mana from this. We would get, and that's about it. Anyways, Elesh Norn, what I really liked about her was the fact that it locked down ETB effects on my opponent. That's what Elesh Norn did really good. I saw a couple of times that was just a fantastic thing for me. Some people just gave up as soon as they lost their ETB effect. They tried to ossify her or something. It turns out she's like, no, you shall not be ossifying me. I am ossification proof. You can suck it. That's directly from her. I quoted her right there. So anyways, yeah, I thought this was an interesting deck. It had a good mix of cards. It was a thing I'd never seen before. And we got to play with a lot of things from Thunder Junction, which made this such a good deck. All right, so let's count this one up. Was this deck competitive? Yes. Was it fun? Yes. Was it interesting? YES, yes. So that makes this into an A+ deck. And as I'm required by federal law to say, this deck is so choice. I would highly recommend you pick one up, should you have the means. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, screw you guys, I'm going home. Bye.